Carla, por favor.
Professora, aqui no Brasil temos enfrentado o terrorismo religioso, que é a maneira pela qual nós que somos de matriz africana, através do culto aos orixás, né? Eu sou uma mulher de Oxum, cultuo Xangô, nós procuramos, ainda que desse lugar de feminismo, resgatar a potencialidade dos orixás. E as suas obras, para nós, representam esse resgate com os nossos antepassados, né? Com a justiça de Xangô, com a matripotência de Oxum, com o ímpeto de Oiá. Nesse sentido, eu quero saber até que ponto podemos nos filiarmos à religião de matriz africana para construirmos um novo modelo, né, de sociedade, um novo modelo, né, de relações humanas. Qual o papel da religião para você?
Well, I think that the important thing to say, first of all, is that across the continent of Africa, Pentecostal Christianity is just overwhelming. And there are good things about it and there are not good things about it. The good things about it, I think, is that people need, in a continent and in a country like Nigeria, where people don't really have access to mental health care. So in some ways, religion plays that role. But at the same time, it's a certain kind of Pentecostal Christianity that preaches prosperity and links wealth to blessings. And so this idea that, if you pray, God will make you rich or God will give you money and that kind of thing, I find very troubling. The reason I was raised Catholic, and actually since my mother died, I've been thinking a lot more about religion and having many more conversations about faith, because I think that's what happens when you start, when you're in pain and you're asking questions about the person you love who has died. But in terms of African religion, it's interesting because one of the things that Christianity did when it came with colonialism was that it managed to teach many Africans that the religion that was theirs and their fathers and their forefathers was somehow bad. So you will find so many people today talking about traditional religions as though they are somehow, evil and demonic and bad and all of those things. So there really isn't much of a consciousness about traditional African religions among young Nigerians. For me, really, it's a question of how, because Christianity is so mainstream. I mean, apart from in southern Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, it's Islam. I think for me, what I'm interested in increasingly is how to Africanize our Christianity. I went at the funeral in my hometown. I remember looking at the statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary and thinking, it's so strange. As a child, I didn't notice how strange this was, that you have a statue of a white woman. And first of all, this is historically inaccurate because she couldn't possibly have been blonde and blue-eyed. But secondly, I just keep thinking, why hasn't it occurred to us to try and Africanize these images that reflect our faith, right? Surely it's possible to Africanize Christianity and make it, and own it a bit more. In the way that finally now in many churches, they're allowing children to take on traditional names when they get confirmed, which was not a thing that happened years ago. You had to have an English name. I think I've talked for too long, so I'll stop.